Never seen an end of a game like that, at least that I've been a part of. And, we're really, really fortunate that there was a missed free throw there at the end. St. John's deserves a lot of credit for the shots they made, and we missed some free throws and need to be better down the stretch. But I'm really, really happy for our guys, for our fans, for our staff, for our staff's families. To be able to go 17-3 in this league with a group that was picked ninth and, was certainly on the younger side. It says a lot about the character of our players and their willingness to stay connected through ups and downs. The last week of the season is always – it's a tricky week because, there's a level of fatigue, I think, that's set in some with the players. They're excited about getting to the postseason. It's a real challenge to be in the moment and be present. I thought our guys did an unbelievable job of that on Tuesday. Today we had our spots, we had our moments, but St. John's deserves a lot of credit for making it such a close game.
Yeah, I was going to ask how tricky of a game this was, coming off clinching the outright on the road the other night, playing in front of the home fans, and then do you think that contributed to the weirdness down the stretch where guys were expecting that celebration at the buzzer?
Yeah, I think all that contributed. I also think that when you play St. John's, no matter what the score is, the game is never over. And, we've learned that in previous games. We learned that again today. They have the ability to make runs. They have really good shot creators on their team. And, the 4-point play they got all of a sudden, it was a 2-possession game at least for a while there, and then they get a 4-point play, and now it's a two-point game. Then they foul us. We miss the free throws. So, they say it's way better to learn from winning. It's just a unique situation in that our first opponent in New York will be one of the last two teams that we played. To me, the biggest thing I take out of that is allows us to focus even more so on ourselves. It's not like we got to find a bunch of new things scouting-wise. We got to focus on all the things that we can do better.
You were standing at half court watching everyone in the program get their chance to walk up the ladder and cut down the net. What were you thinking the most? What are you going to remember about that celebration?
Just trying to take it in and look at different guys and staff members, and I'm just grateful to be here. I think that it's really easy in your mind to feel like something should happen or could happen or might happen or you'd like it to happen. But, for this team to go 17-3 is very unlikely relative to, what pretty much anybody thought this time last year, the summer, the fall, even starting conference play. And, the guys, I've never been around a group that's cares so deeply about one another, and that's really carried our team. And so now, it'll be really, really interesting to see how we can turn the page and, attack the postseason.
Shaka, I think Omax had 10 early points in the start of the game, and then you had the 15-0 run. How important was it to establish the offense early, given how the last two games might have been a little bit slower to get the offense going?
I thought Omax did a great job attacking early, and again, when you're playing St. John's, the game is it's very, very different than when you're playing Butler. So it's an adjustment as a player that you have to make from game to game. I thought he was aggressive. I thought our guys did a good job finding him, and then he did a good job attacking. Thought all game long we passed the ball well. We had 24 assists, and we missed a lot of open shots. So I think that number easily could have been 30. But, certainly when you look at the score, the offensive end is not the one that you're overly worried about when you score 96 points in 40 minutes. A lot of things that on the defensive end we need to clean up and get better at, giving up 47 points in each half.
The timeout before the second free throw. First, what do you say at that point, and what was Was that something you usually do in those situations when a guy's got a tying free throw?
Yeah, it's just a chance to kind of make him think about it. He looked very, very confident on the first one. Stanley did, and shot it in. So you call timeout, and we actually had 2 timeouts. So we diagrammed a play that we were going to try to execute if he made it, to take advantage of the 2 seconds we had to see if we could get a shot up.
Looking ahead at the Big East tournament, it seems most of the teams in the conference either they've kind of locked their spots into the NCAA, or maybe there aren't really a whole lot of bubble teams, it seems like. How do you think that's going to impact the tournament going into this week? What kind of atmosphere are you expecting?
That's a good question. Well, I think we got a couple teams in our league in Seton Hall and Villanova that can beat anybody, and then you got another team in St. John's that just came out here and nearly beat us today, and they've also beaten UConn and Providence. So you take those 3 teams, and the fact that other teams in the league have played people tough, I think it makes it a really wide open tournament. Everyone's going to go to try to win. I think for us, our guys have done a great job all year learning from the experiences that they had last year, our returning guys. So one of the things we'll talk about starting on Monday is what did we learn from last year when we went up there? Because I didn't think we played our best game in the first game when we lost to Creighton. So maybe there's some things we can take from that. There definitely is. But maybe there's some things our players can take from that and be better. So we're not really focused on anyone else other than us being our best.
Coach, we mentioned the team's chemistry all season long. How have the seniors impacted this team this season?
Well, they've been big-time energy givers. Unfortunately, Zach got hurt. He had surgery over the summer, and then when he came back, he did some really good things in practice in October, but he was starting to bother him again, and then it turned out he had to have surgery again. So it wasn't the type of season individually that he envisioned or we envisioned for him, but his attitude, his approach, his mindset towards team and winning has just been phenomenal. And he's older than most of the guys, so he has a level of respect from them because he's won and he's a good player. He's a great dude. And then Mike has been a huge part of our program for longer than I've been here. I mean, he's always really, really helped prepare the team on the scout team. He's very bright. He's very other-oriented, team-oriented, and those things are huge. I told him, I said, you're never going to forget this senior day. I mean, it was again, I've never seen a game quite like that, but I'm glad we were able to win. I'm glad those guys were able to cut down the nets. It's not every year or every day you get an opportunity to do that, but now we turn the page to the postseason.
Tyler Kolek had, I think, 10 of those assists. Does he do that because he's good with the drive and the kick and he has opportunities, or is he maybe drawing some double teams and he sees the floor so well and that creates
all the
assists?
above? I mean, he's the best passer I've ever coached. Just has a unique ability to see the floor, to understand the rotation of the defense, to understand what type of pass he needs to make, to understand where his teammates want the ball. And his confidence has grown so much this year. It's been so much fun to watch. So excited about the trajectory that he's on. And I think his teammates, they've always appreciated him, but they've come to appreciate him even more because of the leadership that he brings. And just, I feel like he's as good as any guard around. That's it. Thanks. Thank you.